Welcome, everybody. Before introductions are in order, let me go ahead and pull up our splash video, and then I shall introduce myself as normal. I will be back in about 20 seconds to let you know who I am and also what the topic is for tonight's episode. We have another unboxing, guys. I'm very excited. All right, be back in 20 seconds. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. I am your hostess with the mostest, Hilary of tarotbyhilary.com, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, here to demystify the mystical and put you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. And don't argue with me. You do have intuition. So for tonight's episode, we have another unboxing. Last week, I believe we did the mini Weiser tarot, if I'm remembering correctly. This week, we are unboxing the Protection Spells deck by Judika Illes. From the beloved author of Encyclopedia of a 5,000 Spells, comes an enchanting deck of 36 gilt-edged cards for everyday magical protection. These easy, practical spells will help you ward off bad energy and defend your personal space. And this was sent to me by my friends at Red Wheel Weiser Books. So thank you very much to Red Wheel Weiser for sending me a reviewer copy of this deck. And it is smelled. Fran is here. Hello to you, Fran. Good evening to you. So that lets me know that the Book of Face is working. And I am going to just double check that the tube of you is working as well. So we can make sure we are doing our tech checks before I get too far into the episode. So let me check that out. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. Where is my channel? Yep. It's working. It's working. But it doesn't hurt to double check, right? Yep. Awesome. Very good. Cool. Good. All right. Don't have to have multiple screens open or multiple tabs open. All I know is that we're working in both places. Yay. So welcome to everybody. Hello to Katie as well. Are we excited about another unboxing? Like, guys, I should have pulled in the box that was sent me by Llewellyn. So thank you to Marcus at Llewellyn for sending me a reviewer box of a bunch of goodies that I asked for. So like I am flush with new books and decks to review. So I'm like very, very excited about that. And I should have pulled in the box so I could like quickly do like a mailbag kind of episode. But like I want to jump in to, unboxing the Protection Spells deck. But I do have something that I could probably show you guys that I had posted over to Instagram. So I can show you. Yes. And that's what I'm referring to, that video, Katie. That delivery looked amazing. Yes, I'm very, very excited. So let me pull that up and then we'll start the episode with the Astro Biz Digest. We will do the mid-episode reading if we do have someone someone wanting it, participating. So I will say, if you do want a reading with me, you want to stay tuned. You want to stay tuned for the mid-episode reading, in which one lucky viewer can win a free 3-card tarot reading live on the broadcast. But you got to stick around until it's time. And then we end the episode with the weekend forecast, which is where I pull an oracle card to get us through the energy of the weekend, or give us the energy for the weekend, so we can enter into the weekend prepared and not scared. Whew. Yeah. I have a weekend off, so I'm very much looking forward to it, or maybe catching up on some sleep. I know that's not how it works necessarily, but it has been a long, long week in retail land, and I am very, very happy to be off this weekend. Very, very happy. So, and hopefully that actually, I'm going to knock on wood as I say that, hopefully that remains intact, and my day off remains intact. So let me see if I can share that video. There I am. Let's see if I can share the tabby tab. And share tab audio. Okay. There it is. So I'm not going to click on it until, actually, let me click on it so I can. Have to start it again from the beginning. Hold on. Not sure why it's so glitchy. Anyway, so we have a bunch of stuff to open, guys. a bunch. So that was, let's see. Sacred Tears by Courtney Weber, Witch's Guide to Grief, the Verdance Tarot, the Shadowscapes Tarot. I know I never had a copy of the Shadowscapes Tarot. What is wrong with me? Tarot for the Magically Inclined. That's a book. Let me wait until it repeats back. There was also let me actually use the back of my chair. Yes, that one. Sigil Witchery, Oracle, Fairy Tale Tarot, Lubanco Tarot. That looked very interesting. Like, guys, I'm flush with decks. I'm very excited about it too. Okay, so let's start off the episode with the AstroBiz Digest. Once again, I cite from the AstroBiz Digest for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and also the big transits that are going on for the week. From the AstroBiz Digest, which is Teresa Reed, aka the Tarot Ladies. Basically, astrology in layman's terms, straight to your email inbox. I have It is geared towards entrepreneurs and business owners, but I have found it to be incredibly helpful in planning my personal life as well as my professional life as a tarot reader. $99 for a year-long subscription. And this comes straight to your email inbox. Well worth it. So if you want to pick up a copy of your own, you can certainly do so at thetarolady.com/astrobiz Please tell her I sent you. So I don't usually cite from the entirety of like the week's astrology because I don't want to give away the farm. I want to give a sampling of Teresa Reed's work. And then if you are liking what you're hearing, you can purchase a copy for yourself. So Liz is also here. Hello to Liz. Woo! So Liz, if you didn't already know it, is the wonderful Melissa Sanova, who is the author of Kitchen Table Tarot, Ching. You might also recognize her from Card Slingers Coast to Coast, of which I am a joyful member of that podcast. We just released an episode today on the Five of Wands. Yes, we are going through every single tarot card in the deck, card by card. So this week's episode was the Five of Wands, and basically it's like the stupid tent card. So check it out wherever you subscribe to your podcasts. Again, that's Card Slingers Coast to Coast. And I will put up the Gram of Insta summary soon. It's been a long day and it's been a long week, guys. So thank you all for your patience. Since I have not been able to pull a single card of the day, I don't know, since Monday, I think. I don't know. I can't even remember the last time I was able to pull a card of the day. That is a lesson for all of you. Remember to, if you have a card of the day practice, remember to do it before you walk out the door in the morning. And then you won't let the day get away from you. Do it before the day gets away from you. Anyway, AstroBiz Digest for this week. Let's take a look. And when I say I'm off this weekend, that means I'm off from retail. I did all see that one of my regulars booked with me tomorrow afternoon. So don't worry, guys. I'm still in my tarot business. You can still book a reading with me. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Weekly forecast for September 22nd to the 28th of 2025. Everybody, are we ready? Let's go. The week starts off with a bang. The excitement begins when Mars moves into Scorpio from the 22nd to November 4th. Mars loves being in the sign of the Scorpion because it is in domicile. This transit heightens willpower, which helps move through major tasks. It's super duper for deep research, intense negotiations, and financial ambition. Focus your will and you can find the facts, seal the deal, and make more cash. The Sun in Libra on the 22nd, also on the 22nd, creates the ideal conditions to strengthen business partnerships. You have 4 weeks to connect, network, and enter into joint ventures. This is also a terrific few weeks to handle legal affairs. Copyright your work, file trademarks, and sign contracts. The Sun heads to the Scorpion underworld on October 22nd. All right, so those are the two big transits that we've got going on this week. Here is the nitty-gritty for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday morning is easygoing, so use it for secret meetings, behind-the-scenes updates, or going over the profit and loss statements. At 1:44 p.m., the moon trines Saturn and stations void, the perfect energy for wrapping up projects already in motion or signing off for the day if you can. The moon zips into Sagittarius at 5:37 p.m., your perfect illumination for business travel, global affairs, learning, teaching, and publishing. You've got this beauty all weekend. Enjoy. Dream with your team when the moon trines Neptune at 6:58 p.m. So we're about to head into that transit Moon trines Neptune. A meeting over dinner could be swell. However, the vibe gets weird around 8:13 p.m. when the moon opposes Uranus and sextiles Pluto. Power struggles? Perhaps. Keep your boundaries tight. Today is a power day for Scorpio and a weak day for Taurus. All right, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is chill. Ooh, good. Take the day off for travel, learning, or rest. A lone square with Venus at 2 p.m. opens up the possibility for PR fails or client drama. Meh. Sunday is also easy peasy. The skies are clear. Hit the road or the books. It's all good. Both days are power days for Sagittarius and weak days for Gemini. Whoo! Okay. Also, do you want to? I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit more. She also does a tarot card for the week. And I don't know what it is about, like, just what I'm feeling right now, my intuition. I'm going to give you guys the tarot card for the week from her, from the AstroBiz Digest. I don't normally, but like, I feel like it would be really helpful to understand the energy that we've been experiencing, especially regarding last week's eclipse. Because, oh boy. So it was the Tower reversed. After last week's eclipse, the dust begins to settle. You can see your next big step with precision now. If you experienced business drama, clean up the messes as swiftly as possible so you can move on. There will be less intensity this week. Instead, it's more like the calm after the storm. I am all for calm after the storm. I am all for it, guys. So at this time, if there is a particular day this past week that you wanted to take the peek on astrologically, please let me know. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Let me know in the chat. I will say Monday was nuts for me. Tuesday was nuts for me. Thursday was nuts for me. And today was nuts for me. Just all around craziness. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna read the whole week. But if you happen to have a particular day that you want to take a peek on, let me know. And then if not, if we have no takers in the next couple of minutes, we will move on to opening up Protection Spells by Judika Illes. And I'm going to take a sip of my water. Oh boy. That is good. Water, except no substitutes. All right, I am fairly itching to open this. So we're going to start opening this, and I will monitor the chat if there's a particular day you wanted me to take a peek at the AstroBiz Digest on. I have it open and out here, so no worries. Okay, so let me get my Morticia Addams embroidery scissors. Tis the season. Fran says, go. Let's go. So I am considering for the deck of the month, because there was no deck of the month for September. September got away from me, quite frankly. So, but for October's deck of the month, I was thinking about honestly doing this deck. But now I also have Sigil Witchery Oracle. So I don't know. You can vote. You can let me know, especially after seeing all of the goodies that I have at my disposal. 'tis the season for unboxings. All right. It's off. And we do have another slidey slide. Okay. So protection spells. Oh, hold that thought, guys. Katie says the tower reversed exactly been my week after the eclipse. I quite literally had the law case hearing on the day of the eclipse, Monday, my time, 4 hours after the eclipse. I'm having post crisis cold like the holiday flu. Just glad that it's done. Yes, yes. You also will get that post crisis cold. You'll also get that, like, I call it up leveling sickness. Like when I went and got my tapping certification, I flew out to Las Vegas to like have the final class in person and like get my certification in person and like party and meet all of these lovely people that I had been studying with. When I got back home, I felt like a truck had hit me. I was just like sniffly, sore throat, but it wasn't a cold from like traveling, or I didn't necessarily get sick. I think it was just up leveling sickness. So that's possible too. Yes. Put the names in a hat and draw. Yeah. Yeah. Reveals. Yes. Yeah, there's going to be, 'tis the season. We've got a lot of choices. So maybe we do have to just put the names in the hat and draw them out. Okay. So protection spells on every side. Beautiful. Here's the front. Here is the back, but I already read you the back cover blurb. Yes. Katie says up leveling sounds good. It sure does. I mean, what choice? What other choice is there, right? Just want you guys to keep in mind for mini decks like this. Let me make sure that I'm still okay. Good. For a second there, I like hit my headphone. Hold, please. Okay. No. Okay, noise canceling on. Just keep in mind for these mini decks, like if the mini deck has a QR code that says, oh, the guidebook, blah, 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 it's more than likely, like if it doesn't have a barcode, it's probably a counterfeit deck. If you're wondering, do I have a counterfeit deck or not? Like, you can always send me a picture. I will probably be able to identify it pretty quickly. So, and if you're wondering, what does it matter about counterfeiting? You should probably either watch the episode that I did on counterfeit decks, so that you would know the reason why it's important to buy legitimate tarot decks from legitimate tarot authors and teachers and deck creators. Or, if you really don't care, then you probably shouldn't be watching this channel. All right, so it's the back, that's the front. Slide it open. Ooh, I like it. Yeah. Protection spells. And the bottom. That's the bottom of the box. And here we go. So we have a top title card. Okay, so we've got this on top, and then we've got the information. First published in 2025 by Weiser Books, an imprint of Red Wheel Weiser. Copyright Judika Illes, 2025. Sneak clip art by Ink Stories via Creative Market. Okay, so this I think is going to be another kind of wordy. Yes, it's going to be another wordy kind of deck. So all of the backs are not the same. Okay. So we have this, we have this, we have this. Very cool. So it's not this got the same back. It is gilt edges. Pretty nice cardstock. Not too thin, not too thick. So I'm sure the shuffle will be beautiful. And then it looks like it has a title on it and then information on it. So this is 36 cards, all right? So it's a 36 card deck, and we will play around with it. Let's just shuffle it up and see what we get. So you can either use this as wouldn't necessarily say a card of the day, but you could always use this in kind of like a diagnostic way where it's just like, I feel like I need protection magic. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. What protection magic does this deck suggest that I need right now? And then you would shuffle. This is just a suggestion because I'm opening this sight unseen. This is the first time I'm looking at it. So what kind of protection magic, like, one, am I in need of protection magic? And two, if so, what kind of protection magic do I need right now? So I'm going to shuffle and ask that question. Shuffles nicely. Okay, I'm going to pull from the top. And I am getting plants, our magical and spiritual allies. Among the plants believed to radiate magical and spiritual protection are aloe vera, betony, cactus, fig tea, garlic, hyssop, lavender, mint, mugwort, onion, rose, rosemary, rue, St. John's wort, snake root, vervain, wormwood, and yarrow, as well as any plant that displays thorns or other defensive characteristics such as brambles or stinging nettles. Surround yourself with living plants or create sprays using their flower essences. And then that's the snake that goes along with it. Okay. Gonna be a short episode. I'm kidding. So would anyone like for me to pull a card for them from the protection spells? Because I think that would be a good way of like kind of illustrating what cards are in here, what types of cards, what types of messages. And I do happen to have some sprays around here too. So that's kind of funny. So I have my Agua Florida, Florida water, which is made of multiple flower fragrances. I have my sage bliss from Pure by Shasha. And then I have my jasmine bliss, also from Pure by Sasha. So, okay. So Katie says, yes, please show us more. So for Katie, I'm going to shuffle for you and pull a card. Am I in need of protection magic? And if so, what protection magic do I need? Okay. One for my house. Yes, ma'am. They are a little bit sticky right now, but I mean, it's fresh out of the box. Like, what do you expect? Okay. Actually, this is not surprising to me. So, Katie, you are getting this snake, and the message is Archangel Michael's bubble of protection. Chant the following whenever you feel anxious, unsure, scared, or unsafe, while visualizing yourself safely within Michael's bubble of protection. Michael to the right of me, Michael to the left of me, Michael before me, Michael behind me, Michael above me, Michael below me, Michael within me, Michael all around me. Michael, with your flaming sword of cobalt blue, please protect me. If concerned about someone else, human or animal, living or departed, you may request Michael's protection for them instead of or in addition to yourself. So this is interesting because it's like it's archangel and angel magic, which I don't usually like. I know very little about like angel cards, but this phrase and kind of the flaming sword of cobalt blue, this reminds me very much of the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, where you kind of invoke, instead of invoking Michael's protection, you're invoking the I believe it's the guardians of not the watchtowers, like not a full like circle, like elemental circle call, but it's like you're invoking earth, air, fire, water, and the protectors of that, and you are visualizing, I believe you visualize a flaming flames of blue when you're invoking the pentagram. So and the phrasing is very similar to it as well. So yeah. Oh. So Katie does say that sounds fantastically apt. So, if you want me to, Katie, I'll send you the I'll send you the phrase later on if you need it, or you can always here. Let's see, get right up close there. I don't know. You can always re-listen. Watch the replay, and you'll be able to get it. Okay. Um, Fran says, Teresa said for Virgos to zip it this weekend. Yeah, pretty much. Katie says, pout for Virgo. Sorry, Virgo friends. I am very sorry. All right. Fran, would you like a card? And Liz, if you're still around, let me know if you would like a card. Oh crud. I'll have to find it again, but I'll try and send you the picture. Okay. All right, Francis, sure. Okay. Around anything specific or just in general? Let me know. Ooh, look at this one. This one's pretty. I'm just looking at the back of it. Okay, for Fran. Just in general. You got it. Okay, for Fran, we are getting, ooh. Fran, you are getting the Fiery Wall of Protection oil. So here's the back of the card. Fiery Wall of Protection oil. To invoke the blessings and protection of Archangel Michael. It's a different card, guys. It's a different card. Add 1 teaspoon of dragon's blood incense and 1 teaspoon of sea salt to 1/2 ounce of castor oil and 1/2 ounce of jojoba oil. Add 5 drops each of the essential oils of frankincense and myrrh. Shake and roll the bottle to blend. The oil may be used on candles or dabbed on objects. Dip a cotton ball into the oil and carry it with you for personal protection. For external use only. Dang. Okay. Archangel Michael is not playing around tonight, huh? There you go. Fiery wall of protection oil. Okay. That's for you, Fran. Sounds like serious magic. Yeah, sure does. All right. If Liz is still here, or even if she isn't, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for her. And then I'll pull one for myself because I'm curious. Michael for the win. All right. For Liz. Oh, it's this one. It's this one right on top. I don't know if this is for Liz or if this is for me, because I do have a Kuan Yin statue on my altar, but I am getting this card, and it's about Kuan Yin. Friend says, because I am one of the wise men and have frankincense at the ready. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or if you really do have frankincense at the ready. So Kuan Yin, her name means she who hears the cries of the world. Buddhism's Lady of Compassion, Kuan Yin is a bodhisattva, meaning that although she achieved nirvana, she refuses to leave this world as long as anyone is suffering. Kuan Yin has vowed to come to the aid of anyone who calls out her name in their hour of need. It is sufficient to call her name to seek her protection. I'm not sure if this one's for Liz or for me because I do have a Kuan Yin statue on my altar. So we're going to pull one more. Maybe for me, maybe for Liz. I'm trying not to pay attention to the backs because the backs are all different and they're pretty. Okay. Well then. All right. Joan of Arc. Oh, wow. Look at this one. That one's really pretty too. Okay. So Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc fought fiercely for what she believed was right. Since her death at age 19, Joan has emerged as a powerful guardian. Request her protection. You will need 9 small white or gray candles. Write the name or names of those for whom you seek protection on a piece of paper and place it under one of the candles. Burn the candle while requesting Joan's assistance. Repeat 8 times, burning 1 candle each day with a new petition paper. Yeah, maybe Liz needs a statue too. Pretty cool, guys. So I'm noticing it like the advice like kind of like runs the gamut. So it's like it's got a little bit of a vibe of the Sorcery Underground fortune telling kit, where the method or the advice is either like really really practical, like get your car checked or get your oil checked, or place 5 keys at a crossroads under a dark moon, and so this, I feel kind of the same vibes with this deck, but for protection spells, instead of just a general reading. So yeah, they definitely do. They feel good. They feel good. I get a good vibe off of them. Okay, good card stock, and they do feel, and I'm a sucker for a gilt edge too. So all right, I think that's it, guys. We like cayenne and flaxseed spell. The number of protection. Interesting. This is a weird coincidence, guys. The number of protection, 5, which corresponds to the number of fingers on each hand, is the number most associated with the magical and spiritual protection. Hand-shaped amulets such as the Hamsa transmit this protective energy. Guys, we just came out with the episode on the 5 of Wands. We called it prickly. Like, we were just like, it's prickly. The 5s are prickly, but maybe they're supposed to be because they're protective. Bay leaf protection spell, Egyptian goddess, guardian spirits like Isis, Nephthys, or Nephthys, Neith, Salket, protection incense, salt and pepper protection powder, earrings, protection oil. That's a hoodoo protection oil. Basil protection bath. Some of these are stuck together. Lunar power. Pine tree protection. Maneki Neko. Oh, the Japanese beckoning cat. Florida water, guys. Florida water. It's right here. It's right here. Oh, this is oh, that's cool. Florida water is easily purchased, case in point. But here's a recipe if you'd like to craft your own. Cool. Aphrodite, Archangel protection, special home protection charm. Kuan Yin, like I said before. Oh, there's another. Oopsie. There was another title card. I didn't know. I just started shuffling. I got so excited, guys. Katie says, weird. 5 is a recurring number in my life. I never knew the 5 was a protection number. Neither did I. I was today years old. So yeah, apparently it's 2. It's a title card, and then there's the instruction card. Well, not instruction, but tips. So let's read that before we get any further. The world may be filled with dangers, but is also filled with ancient and powerful forces that serve as antidotes and protective devices. These magical forces include crystals, herbs, amulets, sacred beings, even colors and numbers. Magic spells enable us to harness these forces for our own benefit. Let these cards guide you towards safety, security, and embracing your own personal power. Tip for successful spell casting: as you cast your spells, visualize their success. Visualize yourself strong and happy and safe, your goals realized. For those new to the art of spellcasting, further information will be found in Pure Magic, a complete course in spellcasting by Judika Illes. Yes, yeah. Yeah, Florida water not as easy to find overseas. Well, you just let me know, Katie. If you want the recipe for home Florida water, homemade Florida water, it's actually right here. I'll put it to the side for you. Oh, right next to it, Van oil. I have some Van oil that I got. Oh gosh, I can't remember when. And it was very, very potent and powerful. Uh, Van is ideally blended from 5 Asian grasses: citronella, ginger grass, lemongrass, palmarosa, vetiver. Even lemongrass alone is adequate, but include as many as possible for maximum power. Cool. I'm liking these. Ah. All right. Do we want to do the mid-episode reading? I mean, I don't know if it's necessary, considering I just pulled some cards from the protection spells. So maybe I think we'll skip it this week. And let's just go right into the weekend forecast. So that is Protection Spells by Judika Illes. It is certainly not going to be the first or the last unboxing that we do in the future. I've got so many decks to get through. Come on. Woo! All right. Which deck? Which deck? Did we do the Visionary Tarot last week, or the Visionary Oracle last week? I don't know. No, we did the Work Your Light because I posted it the next day, right? All right. I say we do. Oh, I know what I want to do. So, if I'm ever feeling stuck on which oracle card or which oracle deck I want to use. Yes, also yes, exactly. Also give feedback on the books you got too after you've had time to read them. Absolutely. Absolutely we'll do that. So we were able to do so with Tarot and Oracle Card Reading for Dummies by Charles Harrington. We did that episode, that interview with him, and we this was for Card Slingers. So that's kind of like the form some of these are going to take. It's not just me being a greedy little tarot reader and getting this all for myself. I did also request decks that both Melissa and Jamie have. So these unboxings may not necessarily be just for my live stream right over here on my lonesome, but it might also be an unboxing or a discussion or review or interviews along with the card slingers. So very exciting stuff coming up. Yay. Like, for example, Talismans and Tarot by Lori Lytle. I got a copy of this from Red Wheel Weiser. Yep, Red Wheel Weiser. Because I taught a signature class on tarot and talismans. And I was just like, oh, well, I've taught that topic before, but I would love to know how Lori Lytle works tarot and talismans and combines the two of them. By the way, Lori Lytle can be found on Instagram at Inner Goddess Tarot. That's Lori Lytle. And her website is innergoddesstarot.com. She's fantastic. And I was very interested when I heard that her book was coming out. I was just like, yes, I would love a reviewer copy of this book because it's something that I teach. So I would really love somebody else's opinion on how they teach combining tarot and talismans. So like, this just happened to be close to hand. So weekend forecast. So this is something that I like to do if I don't know which oracle deck I want to pull a card from, and I'm on the go and I don't happen to have a deck with me, which is like, usually it happens rarely, but it does happen. So I will go on to Rebecca Campbell's website, who is the author of some of my favorite oracle decks, Work Your Light Oracle deck, the Starseed. She also has other oracle decks out that I don't physically have, but this is a very nice workaround. So I go to her website, and I will hit instant guidance. So it's a little thing on her website, and I really wish I had it on my website. Like, I wonder how they did that, because that would be very cool. So, Rebecca. So I'm going to do that tonight. So it's RebeccaCampbell.me. RebeccaCampbell.me is her website, and it's very pretty. It's very pretty. We're walking through the flowers. So that's what we're going to do. You just scroll down, because I think her newest deck is the Inner Temple Oracle. Here it is. Instant guidance. Of course, it's not gonna show up. Hold on. Let's see. Will it? No. Not showing up, but you scroll down to instant guidance. Think about something you'd like guidance on and click the button to receive some inspiration. And then you hit the button, and usually what comes up, it used to be these little like things on index cards or post-it notes, little messages, and now it's like linking to an oracle card from one of her decks, which I think is very cool. And I think sometimes you'll get a little post-it note for when she first started, and sometimes you'll get like the finished professional, this is the oracle card from my oracle deck. So I like the combination though. So for our weekend forecast, let us click the button now. So we are getting the Awakening card. Now, remember when I said up-leveling sickness? Like, that kind of is what it feels like. I can take this card out and show it to you guys, because it is coming up from the Work Your Light Oracle, which we have. So it's the Awakening card. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. So, since I happen to have the Work Your Light, I can go ahead and flip through and find the Awakening card so I can show you guys. Now, could I have just sat here and shuffled this deck? Sure, but I didn't know which deck I wanted to pull from, so... And as usual, when you look for a certain card, it's probably going to be the last card that comes up for you. Okay, none of those. Wouldn't it be funny if I don't find it? Ah, there we go. Saying that as soon as I found it. So look at that. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is to not overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like-souled people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following work your light activation. Activation. Hold your hand on your heart and say, I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe using me in a way that delights my mind, my body, and my spirit. Wow. Wow. Yep. Awesome. Upgrades are good. On a more mundane level, I am looking at upgrading the hardware on my PC this weekend. LOL. I'm like still looking like we talked about this last week, I think. That I'm just like, I want new headphones, I want a new computer, I want like new gear, I want like all of it. So I want it all. And I want it now, as Freddie Mercury said. Okay, I think we are all set for tonight. Thank you all so much for attending the unboxing of Protection Spells by Judika Illes. You will probably be seeing more of this deck in the future on my social media accounts. I am trying my best to get into a groove so that I don't know, do card of the day more often. I'm a work in progress, but my my little booty has been kicked around this week with my day job. So um, yeah, I am so tired. Mr. Tarot by Hilary is out with locally, but he was like, come join us after you're done with the live stream. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I am tired. I am like, stick a fork in me. I am done. I am tired. I want to put on my PJs and go to bed. I don't care that it's only 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's just like when your body is ready, when your body is telling you to go to bed, go to bed. It's like I say with tarot reading, for receiving a tarot reading, for giving a tarot reading, for receiving a tapping session, for giving a tapping session. You do give your body what it's asking for after the session. So sometimes a tarot reading can energize you, and sometimes it could just conk you out. And sometimes sleep is the best way to integrate those messages and to integrate those lessons. Same thing for tapping. You know, if you're yawning, if you're burping, if you're hiccuping, if you're feeling really tired and want to take a nap, like give your body what it's asking for. Like that's how we integrate, right? Okay. Yeah, you're wonderful reading. Thank you, Hilary. You're very, very welcome. Friend says, sleep. Yes, I want it. I want it. I want it. I need it. And I'm going to have it. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great and up-leveled weekend, everybody. You as well, Katie. Sleep is great. It really is great. Once again, I am Hilary, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, here to demystify the mystical and put you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, you have intuition. We do this show every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on different divination and metaphysical topics. We've been doing a lot of unboxings lately, and I'm here for it. We're gonna do a couple more. Like we've got it. I'm so excited about doing unboxings. It's like one of my favorite things is like opening things up and getting my first reaction and working with decks and letting you guys know what I think. And then you guys also, getting bit by the magpie bites and picking up some of these decks for yourself, because that's always what I want, is for people to have a source of their own intuition or a way of accessing their own intuition. Like mine is the tarot. Used to be when I was younger, it was dreams and dream interpretation. That's how I accessed my intuition. And then I found the tool that is tarot, and that became my main squeeze. But I really think that everyone should have some form of divination that they are comfortable with, that they consult, because, sometimes it's not feasible to get a reading with me all the time, and I want everyone to be able to trust their intuition enough that it's just like, you don't have that scratching at the back door kind of like energy as you see in the movie Practical Magic. You want to be able to, like, I love that people come back to me year after year or every 6 months and get their reading. And I love that I'm their reader for them, but I also want to empower them to feel that their choices are good ones, that they're making good choices, that they feel confident in their intuition and in their instincts as well. So it's just like, it can't, like, why not both? Why can't it be both? You can see a professional reader like me, but also trust that you're making the right decisions for you. Like, you're the only one that can really make those decisions. Tarot can't. I certainly can't and won't for you, but we can illuminate the paths, the possibilities, and then you make the choice. That's what a good tarot reader does. And I hope you're able to be confident in your own instincts as well. So let me get off my soapbox. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend or start of your weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. And I will see you again next Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for that particular episode, but I will be starting to pre-schedule some of these episodes so that you have a sense of what the calendar is going to look like for these episodes and what topics are coming up for you, what unboxings are going to be coming up. Because listen, if I don't put it on the calendar and put it out there publicly, then it's just easier for me to not do it and go to sleep early, or I want to be accountable to you and to myself. So anyway, good night, good morning. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all again next Friday night. And if you'd like to book a session with me, you can totally do so. tarotbyhilary.com. Bye.